this is Ezron. Welcome to my Bastion. It is January 21st, and today is the Champion Chase tournament for the Opardin Fusion. It is also a ×2 void event. I will say that looking at the tournament itself, I'm relatively surprised at the low point totals. The last fusion, although it was a traditional fusion, was 3,000 points to get the rare from the Champion Chase event and 3,500 points for a legendary skill book. So, this is a slightly lower point total, which I think is in alignment with the idea that in general, fragment fusions are a bit easier than traditional fusions. I will say I'm going to go for 3,000 points to get the legendary book, and at an expected value of 104 points per void shard on a ×2 event, I should need just about 30 shards to get there. Luckily for me, I do have that many, and I won't have to do anything extra, assuming that I get a reasonable amount of luck. Many people have been, well into pulling. My tournament group is 20,000 points, so I'm not going to finish very highly there, but I should get enough to get the fragments for the fusion. Everyone who has been following me and what I do should know that I manually track all of my shard pulls so I can follow my mercy system counter. I am at 23 void shard since my last legendary, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of help from the mercy system here. And in terms of what I'd like, I'm not expecting a legendary, but getting some epics that I don't have would be really great. Inquisitor Shamael, I don't have him. He's really good for Hydra. A Seer would be awesome for clearing waves in either dungeons or Doom Tower. Really, they're like two most to the front of mine. Genbo would also be nice. He's a really good arena nuker, and you can always use a little bit of help there. So I'm now going to flip back to the client and get to pulling. And here we are, clicking into my summoning portal. I do have, a couple of extra shards I don't expect to need, so we will see how it goes. Moving off to my first 10 pull, this should be a relatively short video as I've got space and 30 shards. So let's get off with it and see how we do. Starting off with rares, not necessarily surprising given summoning rates. I really hope that this is not a complete rare tax given, void shards are somewhat difficult to get. There we go. All right. Seer, exactly who I was looking for, and she is new to my account. This is super exciting. Should cut my dungeon times down a fair amount. That is great news. At this point, I feel like I've won today, making good moves with the account, and here we go for my next 10 pull. I think to be on statistics, I should get 2 epics in here. We'll see if I do that. There is one Scathix and a second one Prundar, neither of whom I've ever used. I have both of them, but not necessarily a lot of help for the account. Overall, not bad. That should be just about 2,000 points. If I can get 2 epics in this next pool, that should be what I need for the Champion Chase event. Here we go. Let's cross our fingers. 2 epics in here, and I should be good to go for the legendary book. Renegade, Kurzad. This is not looking good. So far, there's 1 epic, Alua. I have her, but I've never really built her. And the second epic, a Broadmaul. And a third. Runekeeper Dazdurk may be new to my account. I will go check in a second. But this, I think, is good news in terms of I got enough epics to get the points I need for the Champ Chase event. Let's go verify that, and I should be good to go today. Sorry, for the Champion Chase tournament. I said event earlier. My apologies. Here we go. Now clicking into the tournament. Yes, I made at least 3,000 points. This side of the screen draws relatively quickly, but that's good. Legendary books, you know, I, like many people, are a bit starved for them. I've got several legendaries that have 0 books on them. I'd like to jam more in. Yeah, and at 3,300 points, I'm not going to get the other 2,200 for the next book. So overall, I think a very successful day. And getting all 20 fragments means I may be able to avoid like the Ice Golem dungeon event later. I think in terms of just I won't need those points, which is good to end the fusion a bit early. And quite frankly, no one likes doing Ice Golem. It is not very reliable or predictable and has relatively questionable rewards for the amount of effort that goes into that. Then I will get the legendary tome, and there we go. I will make then a final pass before the video is over through my index to see whether or not that dwarf is new. Of course, I knew that Seer is new. This is huge for me in my account. Super happy about it. And then I think going to dwarves, yes. Which is nice. I've never used Runekeeper before, obviously, but he is relatively well regarded by many content creators and a lot of sites on the internet. So overall, I'm super excited today. Got the fragments I need and a new Seer, a champion I have wanted for a long time. So this is Ezron signing off. Leave a like. Feel free to subscribe and drop a note about how you did during the event. Are you so lucky as to get a Seer and join the fast dungeon clearing teams? This is Ezron signing off.